Coachella made one of the biggest changes to their lineup this year that almost kind of goes against their brand identity. Not in a bad way. I just think that maybe they're evolving. So I would love to make this video to hear what you guys think about it. When Coachella first began, Golden Voice, it was really this like punk rock show in the desert that was actually kind of boycotting some of the venues that were owned by bigger ticketing companies at the time. And their first ever performers were Rage Against the Machine, Beck, and Tool. In fact, did you know that it was such a flop the first year they actually asked the performers for some of the money back that they paid them? And Rage Against the Machine believed in Golden Voice so much that they did actually give half of their money back to keep Golden Voice afloat. And they've since joked that like they should have asked for, a percentage in Coachella or whatever, because now it's the biggest festival in the world. For this last festival, Green Day was one of the headliners. Again, they just always have these legacy rock acts as one of the nights of Coachella. The year before that was No Doubt. They brought out Olivia Rodrigo, who I'm surprised Olivia Rodrigo hasn't headlined Coachella yet, but maybe she will. But the biggest thing that stood out to me this year about Coachella is that they do not have a legacy rock act performing. Instead, it's Sabrina Carpenter, through and through a pop girl, Justin Bieber, a pop boy, but maybe because he's been on hiatus, he's seen as kind of a legacy act now. And then you have Carol G, who's a Latin artist. And if you're curious about the breakdown of the acts that they booked this year, booking agent info on Instagram is such a fascinating thing to follow. But it's not even not rock is leading. It's actually electronic music that seems to be moving the needle the most when it comes to these festivals. Pop only makes up 17%, and yet they are the two headliners. And then for the Latin artists, they are only making up 2%. But are we seeing the death of kind of the punk rock scene really being sort of this like mainstream counterculture that moves the needle with people buying tickets? Is it now just the pop girls that are able to really move the needle in terms of ticket sales? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. This is a huge, breakaway from their brand identity, and I think it marks a turning point in Coachella's legacy. But there's no right or wrong answer. Yeah. And if any brands are sending influencers to Coachella and you've made it this far watching the video and you love my videos and they've brought you any joy and you work on the marketing team, let me know. I'd love to go and make content for you. So just shooting my shot. Okay, bye.